And hello and welcome to Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. I'm your host, Brian. I'm here with Rich Chelson and the Dude. And we have got all sorts of good and wonderful things that we're going to be talking about today, like the great and wonderful Dude. Guys, I hope you're dressed because it is gender season this year. And it is going to be a great and wonderful time. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to be talking about, like I said, gender season. We're going to be talking about the Gen Z, Iwo Jima, and a bunch of other good stuff out there. So let's go ahead and let's take it off. Hey, Dude, this time we're going to kick it off with him since he thinks he doesn't get to talk enough. How's your week been?
Oh, my week has been pretty busy. Got to tomorrow when I go to work, I get to have a meeting with the safety department and everybody else because my truck, while I was heading up to heading north on 35, got sideswiped.
That's not good.
Yeah.
No, it was a one of those sea land van cargo containers, and the cab of the tractor on his setup passed me. He got into my lane and then clipped my mirror with the trailer. So that's been my fun this week. So I get to have a what do we call it? A hearing tomorrow for the safety department. But that's okay.
Did you get at least the license plate or anything on the guy?
No, and the camera didn't pick up any video either.
Oh, it doesn't have any video.
Not of the incident. So, but the good thing about it is it just pushed the mirror up forward, kind of like you fold back for your car when you're going through the car wash.
Right.
And it didn't break the actual mirror. The functioning of the electrical is still good. It just knocked off the beauty piece for the front of the mirror, so now you see the cables.
Oh, okay.
So, and how many times do you get sideswiped? You just kind of scares the shit out of you.
Well, yeah.
I have slapped mirrors with trucks twice. So yeah, scares the freaking bejesus out of you both times. So
yeah.
It's happened to me once on a tight bridge, and that
one was on a tight bridge over out south of Midland. The other one was we were outside of it was outside of Canadian, outside of Higgins. Actually, we were north of Higgins, Texas, and when I was driving along, and this other truck, he was coming along, and we were both just trucking along, and all of a sudden, bam, it scared the shit out of me. I thought the world was blowing up and all that. And I got myself pulled over. And by the time I got myself pulled over and looked around, I couldn't see the other guy. And so I was like, oh, son of a bitch, where'd the other guy go? And so I called up my boss, and I was like, hey, Larry, somebody just hit my mirror and just fucked it all up. It's gone. And all that. No, he said, really? Where you at? And I told him the road, and he's like, and nobody stopped. He's like, there's no one behind me. I'm looking out the window now, and I'm not seeing anything. He's like,
No, that guy.
I'll get back to you. And got to talking, and come to find out, the other guy that was one of our drivers, and we apparently were driving along, and when we finally got ourselves stopped, because there's no shoulder where the incident happened. By the time we got ourselves stopped, we were both past the hill, so we couldn't see each other.
Wow.
So we were both thought it was a water hauler that hit us. Come to find out, no, it was a couple of sand haulers. Damn sand haulers that they were.
Yeah.
So
that was the interesting going north.
So what about going east?
Then coming south on 35.
Okay. Opposite direction.
Yep. Just south of Waco, about 100 feet in front of me. I'm traveling in the right lane because our vehicles are governed.
Yep.
And a van passes me in the center lane, and he's about 100 feet in front of me, and his passenger front tire, everything, the whole 9 yards, comes off the vehicle. He's doing 70 miles an hour, comes off the vehicle and just comes right across my path.
You've seen those videos of the trucks that go off and lose their front steer tires, haven't you?
Yeah, the same thing. And I'm like, so I get off the gas, get on the brake, because I know this guy is coming right in front of me, trying to get over onto the shoulder of the road. But yeah, just watch that tire just right in front of me. I'm like, man, I'm glad that wasn't about 10 seconds ago when he was trying to pass me when that tire came off, because it would have hit my truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, you
still
like I
the
said,
same.
so you've seen those ones where the pickups tires come off, or even just a car's tire comes off, and it gets caught underneath the front of a just a third party car.
Yeah, I saw
There's
that
been a couple
one.
of them where those cars get launched up in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, see, now that I've never seen. I did see, like Ron, I was going up north to Vegas, and a truck passed me, and sure enough, I saw his right front tire. Just I saw it flapping. I knew it was fixed to come off, and it came off, and I watched it go on, and he just driving down the road. I mean, he was slowing down, but he didn't move over for a little bit. He finally got stopped.
Well, I was going to say, how can you not feel when your tire becomes wobbly like that?
You know, I have no idea. And if that tire would have hit me, I would have had 2 incidences in one day.
They probably would have fired you just because you become an insurance liability. It's like, he's got object magnets somewhere. We gotta keep him in the yard for the next month and a half. So
that's about right. I'd be like, dang, I'm just like a magnet now. I was like, holy. And for both of those incidences, that one going northbound, one going southbound on the same day. Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd have got back, told my boss, said, dude, I'm only going east and west for the next month.
For the next month. No north-south craziness.
No, so. Ain't going north, ain't going south.
So, Mr. Rich,
ain't gonna happen.
Keeping that glass of water away from your computer still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
what's drinking?
Just water.
Just water.
Yeah, just water.
Okay, that's frozen water. What's being kept chilled by the frozen water?
No, just water.
Just water.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Believe it or not, I really haven't had a drink since January.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the depression of the North is melted away.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could honestly say that. Because I mean, down here it's like I've looked at maybe having a beer, thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Why? You know, it's just like I mean, I don't know. This week here, you know, I haven't done too much. Got to play ham radio for a little bit last couple.
There you go.
Days.
Who'd you talk to? Give us a ham sandwich update.
Well, today it was kind of crazy because when I looked at the numbers when I left, they were really good. When I got to talking on the radio, well, we had a solar flare.
Okay, and so when you say you check the numbers, how do you? I mean, what are you doing? You holding a thermometer out in the air, or I don't understand when you say check the numbers. I know what that from talking to you. I know that you're referring to the amount of I guess it's electrostatic in the air because of the the solar winds.
Yeah, well, yes, it's solar. It's strictly solar.
Right.
You know, winds and electricity and stuff like that. But when I check the numbers, there's a site that I look at, and they the sun is being measured all the time. It has a K number, and if it's if it's like a K1, everything's fine. You can talk all over the world.
Right.
And this morning it was a K1. Well, when I left, when I got out to play ham radio, it was up to a K3, and it was saying that the surface of the sun was unsettled.
Okay.
And
so we got to watch some really gross out YouTube videos. Came very unsettled.
Okay, yeah, that
okay.
works.
Okay. So you say you started out as a 1, it came up to a 3. Is that on a scale of 1 to 5 or a 1 to 10 or
1 to 9?
1, of course, because you can't do 10. I mean, why
No.
would you got to have an odd
sense.
number. I can almost understand why you'd have an odd number because
but the thing is, either way, when I was making these contacts, I talked to Oregon, Kansas, or not Kansas, Colorado, Texas, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, West Virginia. I mean, it was just here in the US today.
Okay.
Like it was yesterday. But while I was operating, though, I could hear the ham bands going to shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Talk like talking to someone like me and you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right now it's clear and normal, but when I was talking with someone on the radio, they would just drop out. Their signal would just drop out.
Huh.
Something like Ron's phone.
Right.
When Ron's phone.
Well, when it gets going around 10 o'clock, Ron's phone just goes, okay, we're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Just like Ron, 10 o'clock is bedtime.
10 o'clock is bedtime, damn it.
The phone is
not
saying,
be up.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what it is. The phone is saying, dude, you should not be up. We're going to quit. You need to go to bed.
Right. But no, you see, though, that's the thing. When I got done, I made like 15 contacts.
Okay.
And
okay, now this is just so 1 for me, 2 for Ron, but 3 just for all the listeners that we have who don't have a clue as to what ham radio is. I know it is what will save the world when the fit hits the shame.
Yeah, it will.
But at the same time, when you say you make contacts with people, are you just going tag you're it type of stuff, or is it you actually having a conversation with these people?
No, most sometimes it's a very short exchange. We exchange call signs, signal reports. If I'm in a park, the park number or whatnot. And then other times I've had guys want to sit and talk for a little bit. And they ask me, how the weather's at, where I'm at, what life is like down, where I'm at. Cause, I'm down here in Mississippi, and they could be, well, if they're over across the pond, like in England or Spain or Portugal,
yeah,
they've never been over here. And, that is interesting to them. But even here,
right,
talking to guys here, like up in Indiana, they don't know what life is like down here on the Gulf Coast.
Right.
So, and sometimes we have long conversations.
Okay. And so, and I also know that you take your reports and you kind of, you update them because you're kind of scored on them or something like that, aren't you?
Well, in contests, yeah, they're scored, but
okay.
I've got a log that I keep, and I don't have to keep a log, but I like to keep a log because I've worked some of these people multiple times. And, as you work them multiple times, you start to get to know them a little bit. And
right.
That's how we make friendships a lot of times. And believe it or not, it's not just old farts like me and older. There's a lot of young kids, females that are actually into ham radio too. So it's not just It's
Just
not just
for a bunch of crusty old farts who
no,
are.
no kids. In fact, there is no age limit as long as you can understand the English language, understand the concept, and understand ham radio. You can take the test, and if you pass it, you're a licensed ham. The youngest licensed ham is, I believe, has been 8 years old, maybe 7. So yeah, that's There's
Where
no
do you
there.
go off and get take the test and stuff? So just
What's that?
like if you're wanting to take the test, and you want to become all hamified and stuff.
Right. Find look up a local amateur radio club, and most
Oh,
of
okay.
them do test. And you just say, hey, I want to take a technician test, and the test is like $14. It covers
Okay.
the cost
That's
of
it,
putting the
really.
tests and stuff. And I mean, the thing is, hams don't make money from any of this. This is all,
No.
but
It's all a very uh financially dependent hobby. So
yeah, yeah.
Sounds like Jeeps.
exactly, yeah.
But Ron, I
Uh-huh.
will tell you, ham radios are actually a little bit cheaper than Jeeps. Not by much, but a little bit cheaper.
74 and 1/2 cent difference is all it is.
But
And
no,
now I used to have 2 Jeeps. Now I have 1. Now Rich has the expensive hobby because not only does he have a Jeep, he has a ham radio set up.
Yeah. And sometimes
exactly
he hams with his Jeep.
like I did
You
today.
get superpowers united then.
Yeah, and it becomes a pimento sandwich. Didn't see that one
Bad.
coming,
Oh
did you?
God, that was bad. That
No,
was so bad.
no, did not see that one coming, dude. That one rocked. I mean, that one, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, didn't see that
All
one
right.
coming. So, Brian,
Okay, and then
how about you though?
well, I not really anything's happened in my world. I am actually I'm sitting outside of Lubbock, Texas, to this time because I've got a load of shingles that I'm taking into town, and then I'm turning around and bebopping on back up to the casa. But this weekend is going to be a big one just because I'm heading over to Amarillo to go see kiddos and yahoos and stuff like that. So
Okay.
And see the newborn.
the semi newborn, yeah, she's not quite. She's up and trotting around now, or trying. She's the epitome of the toddler right now. So she's just figuring out how to put one foot in front of the other and learning to dance. So
Oh, okay, that one. Yeah, that's
the little butt bounce thing. So
that's always fun to watch.
oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to get her to start dancing to good music as opposed to the music that her mom listens to. So
What's the music her mom listens to?
oh, rap and the rest of the stuff that all the
Oh.
kids these days listen to. Like
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember.
but she is starting
yeah.
she's starting to turn though, because she was bitching bitching about Jen Alpha's music. She's like going, God, you can't listen to any of this music. It's horrible. It's like, congratulations, you're a parent now. Yeah. She was, shut up. I'm serious. The music's crap. She's like, yeah, that's funny. It's what we used to say about your music. It's like, I listen to good stuff. It's like
Right.
very little of it. It's like, I listen to Taylor Swift. It's like, no, that's not music either. That's just a woman with a grudge set to music. So but other than that, no, I was my week has been wonderfully boring. Just got in the truck on Monday. Have a couple of clients that I talked to on Monday evening, and then after that, yeah, it's just a day of driving, and then talking to vets on a Wednesday, and you guys on talking to y'all on Wednesday and Thursday. So
Right.
get double helping. So
Hey,
yeah.
I heard from Mr. Garrett.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Oh, did you? Cool. Did
Yeah.
he tell you about his interview with Delta?
He said he had it and he thought it went real well. I don't know if this is something that we need to be talking on the show though.
I was just saying I was just saying that
Well, no one knows his last name, so yeah, Garrett. All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, we didn't talk about nothing, you know. He was just saying that he had his interview and that he felt it went well. So I was like, cool, man.
All right. Good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So good to hear.
But yeah, other than that, I haven't done too much. Got rained on Monday.
Yeah, we had some rain.
Yeah, we got rained on Monday, Tuesday, today, and supposed to have it tomorrow.
Yeah,
nice. But y'all's tailwater pits are going to start to get full then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had like the rain inches in hours type rain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, shouldn't have a drought this year.
Well, I wonder if it's raining around Canyon Lake then.
You know what? I don't know. But the storm, I need to look at that. Where's Canyon Lake at?
It is outside of New Braunfels.
I think a big ass storm just come down through that way.
Well, I know that they have been low, and back in, what was it, 2022? 21 or 22. I think it was 22. We went down there to just go tubing on the Guadalupe, which it gets its water from Canyon Lake, and you could tube on it, and there's a way too many fucking people tubing on the damn thing. But because and I remember tubing on the Guadalupe, going to a place called Whitewater Sports there in New Braunfels, or not New Braunfels, but essentially it's the New Braunfels area, and there was still a lot of people, but there was not a lot of it took you 2 hours to actually get into the river. Type of lot of people.
Wow.
Where the entrance area used to just be one side of the you would actually hop out, you would walk along the road to the other side of the horseshoe, and you would walk down. You may have like 2 or 3 people ahead of you who were throwing their tubes out, getting in the water and stuff like that. And at the same time, the water then was deep enough that, you couldn't just step in, because you're not quite sure if you would go just neck deep or underneath the water. So you kind of had to get yourself planned and take your inner tube and plant it firmly in your butt, and then kind of rock back is how we always entered.
Right.
But and there was a lot, what I would call a lot of people, and we would go and we would tube around the horseshoe and had a great old time. Weekends, you'd have a lot more people, and Thursday night and Friday would be a lot less people. We'd usually go and tube for about 3 days and become thoroughly sunburned, which was righteous. And it was, but we had there was a lot of people, but you could still float around without bumping off of everybody. And now in 2022, now granted, it could have been post-COVID or post-COOF. Sorry, I don't know. Probably will get demonetized on YouTube if we ever decide to get monetized on YouTube, which I really don't care.
Well, yeah, I don't either. But why would we get say a demonetized?
Because that's one of those dangerous words.
What, COVID?
No, yeah, COVID. Now we can say the COOF. So Yeah, you can't
No.
say COVID because you might be talking about like ivermectin and how that actually would keep people from getting that whole little thing. Probably shouldn't be talking about the fact that AstraZeneca actually went off and spilt the beans on how their stuff actually wasn't nearly as effective as they claimed.
Well, yeah, that
But
was in the news.
yeah, that was in the news. But still, so was COVID. But you weren't allowed to talk about COVID during the Wuhan flu season.
Yeah, well, well, and that's like, okay, let me ask you this, because that sheet you sent, I've been looking at a couple of these things. Do you know? I did not know this. Okay, the hard R, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I do now.
I've been looking up, but it's like hard R. It's like, what the hell is a hard R? Okay, why is that?
The N word with
okay,
the N word with a
Yeah.
hard R at the end.
Okay, but
That's it.
That's people having to stretch more than Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
To get, because no, you can kind of understand, if someone was saying, that's a chigger.
Okay.
I would almost understand them wanting to change the name of chigger to something completely different because that's too close to an offensive word.
Well, actually, chigger wasn't chigger used for a while as for a Mexican or something years ago?
No.
No.
That's the SP, and it rhymes with Nick.
Oh.
Well, anyway.
So
yeah.
Anyhow.
But still, either way, basically what it is they are flipping out over a fucking letter because it's
the R shop, and they had the word hard graffitied on a wall, and they
Stellar Blade is the game. So if you played
it, and Stellar, it's funny about Stellar Blade anyhow, because the woke gamer industry hates Stellar Blade.
Oh yeah,
because one, they made the girl beautiful.
Oh
actually, they did basically on damn near a 1-to-1 representation of the actual model. The model who is the person who the person that they modeled, Eve, which is the name of the character that you play as in Stellar Blade, is a beautiful Korean woman, and they 1-to-1 maybe accentuated her butts and her boobs a little bit, but at the same time, not as much as people would like to think.
Right.
But the fact that they actually kept her beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars has a new game that's coming out, and it is, I think it's supposed to be an MMO or a games as a service.
Okay.
Kind of like Destiny and those types of games.
Yeah.
But the main character, if you play the first person player, the main character is a woman, and the actual person they modeled her after is a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
But now they changed her features so much that she is so androgynous. She's got this jaw that would make Jay Leno jealous. And I mean, just turned her into this freaking mongoloid looking being that she doesn't look anything like herself.
Well, okay, hang on. I don't get what all this about this hard R, about this shit with Stellar Blade, about all this woke culture, basically hating on these people that are building these games, and
because they want
basically
Right. Well,
forcing them to change.
yeah.
And
Well,
it's like, no, because is this woke culture paying for this? No, they're not.
no, they're not. And it's like
So
Warhammer
then why are
40K. They're
people then caving to that?
because they have been told by the investors that you have to incorporate this crap. They have because they have decided to sink themselves into the discrimination, uh, 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 indoctrination, and exclusion ideology, the DEI uh, ideology of being. This is why
So,
Bud Light shot itself in the freaking face with
well, yeah,
with Dylan Mulvaney.
right. But okay, hold on here.
And this and
This is what you say. So basically, what you're saying, anybody who has investors is basically working a job.
oh yeah. Well, anytime you have investors, you've got to satisfy the people who invest. You've got to look at their interests before you look at your own.
No. You see that's why I don't mess with nothing like that, because I'm sorry, if I was if I was to make a video game, then one, why would I need an investor?
Because video games, like AAA video games, actually cost in the general vicinity of 500 to $100 million to develop and create.
Why is that?
Because it takes that much time. It takes that much manpower to build one. Have you ever looked at watched the end credits of any of the current video games?
Yeah, actually I have. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, and
there's actually a lot of
they
people.
take 30, 45 minutes for all the credits to roll.
Right.
And so and that's why it takes that long. And these games are they're going to be in development for 5 to 10 years.
Right. But
Like
still,
Cyberpunk, they rushed it. It was still, and it still, what made everybody mad about Cyberpunk was that it had been in development for something like 13, 14 years. And it came out as a half developed pile of crap at first.
right.
It was buggy. You couldn't play for more than 10 minutes without it crashing. And I mean, it took them an additional 3-4 years for it to come out and be the gorgeous, amazing, kick-ass game that it is now. Bless you.
Thank you.
So, but these games, a lot of them, and there's a big stink going on about a company called Sweet Baby Games or Sweet Baby Incorporated.
Okay.
And all their job is they are a consulting firm. That's all they do. They're a consulting firm that goes in, looks at the story, and tells people who and what they need to change. The thing is that the main person in Sweet Baby Inc. demands that there be color corrections, is what I'm going to call it, to the game. So that's the reason in God of War Ragnarok, taking place, you've got a Spartan guy named Kratos, who is from Greece, so he's a white dude, hanging out up in Norse mythology land, which they're all a bunch of blonde-haired, blue-eyed white dudes.
Right.
And in there, out of nowhere, one of the little assisting characters, and I mean, it fit in there okay. It didn't really, I mean, I saw exactly what it was when I first saw it, that it was essentially the token black person.
Yes.
And there's a little, well, she's a Jotunheim. She's a Jotun, which in Greek mythology they're the giants. And giants are just a race. Now, some of them are giants. They're right. Huge, monstrous people. But then there's some that are normal size.
Right. But see,
and this girl, she she's kind of what I would call normal size. She was the same height of Kratos' son, Atreus, and it's just, I mean, you see her and she comes in and at a very crucial time to help him through a difficult part of his storyline.
Okay, well,
But
I mean that's cool, but this is, you see though, that's the thing, Brian. This is what I'm talking about. Why do we have to sidestep everything like this when the actual real world is not going to give a fuck? They are not going to give two shits about what someone thinks. They don't care if you're LGBTQIA LMNOP. I'm giving a damn. White, whatever. Life does not care. So why are we catering? Why are we allowing this bullshit to go on?
Well, that's just it. In all reality, we're not. The people who vote with their dollar bills are not. Justice League, not Justice League. Huh?
Yeah, the top 1%ers.
Not even the top 1%ers. The bottom 1% that likes this crap. They're about it, but not even the top 1%. I mean, we're talking about the majority of gamers right now. They had Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League came out. It was supposed to be a game as a service. I think the last I heard, there was something like 1,000 people playing right now on Steam servers. Nobody's playing the game. It sucks balls. And it was heavily influenced by Sweet Baby Inc. It had a whole lot of the guys being there, always being rescued by the girls, always being, just being a yay feminism, white men are bad, and all that. And they wanted to pound home the message, and they pounded that message home time and time again, to where people are going, dude, give us a story. That's all we want. We want a story. Give us some good story, maybe a little boob jiggle here and there, and we're happy.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077's got some really good, got some jiggle physics in there that are pretty good. Not as good as Dead or Alive, during their that game. I mean, they had amazing jiggle physics, but that was also several years ago, before Gamergate, and they're calling this whole thing Gamergate 2, and it's for the same reason, because they're trying to say that they're trying to hold up the victim card. They're going, we're being victimized here. Everybody, all these haters are coming out of the woodwork trying to shut us down. Well, look at the game results. Nobody's buying anything that is made by Sweet Baby Inc., even before they realize it's Sweet Baby Inc.
Right.
But there's a guy who started making a list of the games that are Sweet Baby Inc. had hands in, and this is before from like God of War Ragnarok. It was a great game. I liked it, but you point out that all of a sudden Kratos, who was this big mean gruff dude, all of a sudden had a lot of really warm dad bod energy, not dad bod, just dad energy in him.
Right.
And you could say, okay, it's because it's been several years since from God of War 2016 or 2018, and God of War Ragnarok came out. There was a couple of years in between there, so there was time for what they call the event of Thimblewinter come about. And so there might have been some changes that happened in there. So it was an acceptable bend of energy, but it was also just enough to where you kind of were like going, really? There's something, something off on Kratos there, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it.
Well, you see, that's the thing. It's like don't fuck with the good thing.
Yeah, it's
you got
Star
a good
Wars.
thing. If it's not broke, don't fucking fix it.
Yeah. And that's the problem with Star Wars. Star Wars, granted, the first one, it was like, oh my God, come on, man. We're just retelling Star Wars here. And, you got to the second one, and all of a sudden it wasn't the Death Star, it was Star Killer, and it was this basically the Death Star inside of a planet, and we were like going, okay, guys, come on, a little originality here. We've seen the story already, and then all of a sudden they have the second movie come out, and it's girl power all the way. I mean, you actually have Laura Dern's character telling the guy who played Cameron Poe, you mind, you do what I say. She was basically dressing him down, telling him he better start listening to what the women have to say, and did this whole raw feminism's good speech. And that's where they lost the Star Wars crowd fans.
Yeah.
And Kathleen Kennedy Mandalorian. It started out as a really good space Western that somehow became all about Mando being a dad. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's got Baby Yoda. We were doing good. We accomplished what we needed to. We got Baby Yoda to a Jedi Master, one of the last around, and okay, yeah. Somewhere along the way, it was young Luke. So
I never got into Mandalorian or Grogu like everybody else did.
The first season was really good. The second season was pretty good. I didn't even watch this last season. Wasn't interested.
Right.
I watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it was okay. It wasn't stupendous. It wasn't wonderful, but again, it was the main character, the person who had the great redemption, was this woman, who was a Grand Inquisitor who was out to be the bad guy, but all of a sudden kind of had a change of heart, became a good person. I didn't even watch Ahsoka. I just was like, kept watching them, and each one was getting a little worse. And I mean, the Marvel was going downhill fast.
Yeah. See,
after what was the one, the Eternals. Watched the Eternals, trying to figure out what this was all about. Watched a lot of the series, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, it was a decent series. Not the most wonderful, but okay, decent series.
Never heard
had
of
its
it.
problems. Then WandaVision actually was a really neat concept. But then, you took her and you moved her over into Multiverse of Madness, and you were kind of left scratching your head. Is like, what's the purpose? She just brought a mountain down on her head.
Okay.
And I mean,
hang on. Are these games or are these TV shows?
we're still talking Marvel movies now. Sorry.
Yeah. See, I know nothing about Marvel movies.
Well, the first set of Marvel, if you want to watch all the way up to Civil War and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
I've
go
never
for
even
it.
seen the first one.
Oh, dude, watch them. They are those Marvels. There's a reason why they were so popular. There's a reason why Disney went ahead and bought them, because they are absolutely great stories. They centered around the stories. You got wonderful character development and all. And I would go in chronological order.
Okay.
And just start with with Captain America, the first Avenger, and just go through there. You can look it up online and go, hey, what's the first what's the chronological order for all the Marvel movies. And once you get up to Civil War, all great. After that, and it kind of starts to really wane and go bad, and all the way to where you had the Marvels, which was supposed to be Captain Marvel and a couple of the other television series Marvel characters that were introduced. And I didn't even watch it. I wasn't even interested in watching it because I saw She-Hulk, and She-Hulk could have been good. It was almost good, except for the fact that right off the bat. She could control her anger. She could control her emotions. She could control everything. Anything she did better than Bruce. And it was just, oh my God, no, no character arc whatsoever. All of a sudden, she's a badass Hulk woman, and could do everything better, and was being a lawyer at the same time. And somewhere in the middle, decided to start twerking with Megan the Stallion, which, if you don't know her, she's some R&B rapper chick who's got way too much fat deposits in the butt, and it was a really bad scene, horrible scene, and it was just like, oh God, no, let's not do this, people.
Sounds like you have nightmares still from that scene.
Well, I watch Nerd Erotic from time to time, and he does a really good job of expelling the trauma that was induced by watching that.
Okay.
So, but I mean, and you can see the value of Disney thanks to the DEI mindset and the policies that they put in. So, I mean, and the DEI fits. It's, it's not diversity, equity, inclusion. It's discrimination, it's exclusion, and it's indoctrination. That's right. What it's all about. It's about excluding anybody that doesn't include them. It's about indoctrinating as many people as they possibly can. And the funny thing is thank God we have a capitalist system. Now we've got a lot of crony capitalism going on, right? Because I mean, if it was 100% capitalism, we wouldn't have the damn windmills and solar farms up that we have. But it is what it is. We've got a lot of cronies around. But thanks to capitalism, Disney's suffering. Disney's hurting their freaking asses off. They've dropped so much in their values. The people who went off and made the video game Alan Wake 2, thanks again to Sweet Baby Inc., had to shut their doors because they agreed, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, Microsoft didn't help in matters any, because Microsoft's requiring that people go actually implement and have to have some type of diversity, not counselor, but a consultant hired on.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's Microsoft. They're doing that. They're, everybody's throwing a fit about TikTok, but hell, we're not batting an eye at the fact of what Google, Facebook, Apple, any of the other big tech companies around, all the data they have and that they're exploiting. I mean,
oh yeah,
sorry,
no, you said it.
Personally, I think when they had Galaga, Centipede, Asteroids, Pac-Man, I was good. Anything past that, nah, ain't. I wouldn't play none of those games. Call of Duty, and I understand there's hundreds of thousands of people that love that game.
Oh, it's a fun game. I'll give you that.
Oh, I can't stand that game.
I won't play. Well, I'm not going to get a PS4, PS5, or any of these gaming systems because I just can't stand the games.
Oh, but you haven't tried Red Dead Redemption.
Oh God, no.
Red Dead Redemption is the freaking most awesome game, and it's not just because of the image. The images are great, yes. The story is incredible. It is a story about redemption.
I'm the type of person that's still trying to rescue the princess in Mario Brothers.
Dude is still trying to rescue the princess, man. He's gonna be there a minute.
I don't think anybody has ever.
And all I can think of is Jack Black's song, "Princess, Peach, Peach, I love you."
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if anyone's rescued the princess.
Oh yeah, many times.
Oh, okay. Well, I never
You do
have.
it pretty much at the end of each world. It's just that Bowser goes off, snags her, runs off again. So,
Well, yeah. So I mean, you don't get her, you don't end up with her.
well, you
It's
do eventually, and I mean that's kind of all the other Mario worlds out there. I mean, like Paper Mario and Mario World and Mario RPG and all those others. You do finally get to the point where you get to actually capture the princess. So, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the only other one would be the Mario go-kart one.
Mario
Oh.
Kart, freaking rocks, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fun.
That's probably my
Except for
newest
Rainbow
one.
Road. God, that's road, that track is for shit.
That is the furthest extent of my gaming in my life is Mario Brothers Karts.
So,
I haven't played anything newer than that.
okay.
Dude, you have dated yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. People are going to be listening to you, dude. They're going to send you an email.
Dude hasn't even
or
played Duke Nukem. I mean, come
right,
on.
make a comment and say, dude, I'll buy you a PS5 just to bring you up to the
Hey, if you want to give him a
21st century.
PS5, please do. We would love to get him set up so that he can find the wonders and joys of Red Dead. Run around being Arthur Morgan back in the turn of the century.
Cyberpunk 2077, man.
Oh, that's a blast too. I mean, hell, it's one of the.
I love
they've
the
gotten it
graphics
around.
on it.
Oh, the graphics are amazing.
Guess what I still have in my house?
What's that?
I got a Commodore 64 somewhere down in the basement.
Really?
I got an Atari.
Yeah.
I got an Atari.
An Atari, huh? Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Now it's not the one that has the individual cartridges for the games. It's newer than that, but it has all the games that Atari ever came out.
Oh, okay. So you had
Still,
the Atari Mini, the Atari Classic that they gave out several years ago. Then,
yeah, and
okay,
it has all
sweet.
the games already built into it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All the awesome Activision ones like Kaboom and River Raid and Punch, or not Punch. Yeah, they probably had Punch Out, but what was that other one? I think it was called Knockout, where it was
Yeah.
as a top-down boxing game.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you played with
I've
paddles.
seen it. Yeah.
And it was so fun because if you got a person in the corner and every time you hit the button, all you would see is this guy and his arms are out to the side and he would just punch up like this. But if you got the person in the ropes just right, you could sit there and just clack, 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 and you would hit them. And the first person to get to 100 won is essentially what it is. If you get 100 punches in before the time ran out, you won by knockout. If not, then it was just a technical knockout on whoever had the highest score. But yeah, it was it was a blast just sit there and get my sister in the corner and just plop, 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 plop. And she'd go, scream and go run off crying. And then I'd get yelled at by my stepmom and told to let her win one. And I know, fine. And then let her get almost there and then run, fight back and just, you just can't help yourself.
Can't help it. Dude.
Yeah, just sorry.
Brian, you should get your Commodore 64 out and play with it, man.
I got to see if I can find the damn thing again.
That would be awesome.
But no, there's
what was the name of that game that I said I liked that took you to all the planets in our solar system? What was the name of that game?
Gyrus.
If I had the big box game like was in the arcades that I used to play on, I'd be doing that right now. I'd have it sitting in the corner of my living room, and I'd be spending about 6-7 hours a day just playing that game. That would be the shit.
Absolutely. All right. Tell me, can you see the screen?
Can I see our screen?
Can you see what I've put up on the screen? Did I actually share this correctly?
Young people now identify with gender,
Okay.
season.
All right. There we go. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get moving on this. So we mentioned gender season, which is an amazing season that's among us. And as you can see on the picture, we've got someone who can't have natural hair color. So we know, what type of hijinks we're up against. We're up against the people who are just definitely a nonconformist, and young people are now identifying as gender season, as meaning their gender changes with the time of the year. For example, I feel more masculine in the summer. Well, most guys feel more masculine during the summer because we get summer dick, man. I mean, come on, it's just one of those things with guys. So we like the fact that summer comes along because now everything's as cold and things kind of air out a bit. So, but anyhow, so this is, what do y'all think about this? The genders for the season. So during the summer, you might feel a little more masculine, or if you're a girl, you might feel a little more feminine in the wintertime. That way you can wear the big bulky sweaters and be snuggly if you want to. Or did I just completely lose everybody?
No,
they got sick and left.
Right. This is my philosophy. Eve was made for, or Adam was made for Eve, not for Steve.
Okay. Got that.
Anything other than that is man, woman. Anything other than that, sorry. I don't believe in it based upon my faith.
Right. Well, I love the fact that they've now got even more specific pronouns for these seasonal genders. So, like, if you're for the summer, you're known as summers or summer self. Winter is winter's winter self. Fall's fall self. Autumn's self. Yeah, they don't put a whole lot of thought into grammar. But
they don't put a whole lot of thought into any freaking thing. I mean, come on, Brian.
But then you got spring self, weather self, sun self, snow self, and it's like dip shit, So.
I mean, how many ways can they figure out to say I'm a freaking dipshit?
Well, how many times can they reach out? They scream out and say, "I want to be as special as my mommy said I was." Because that's essentially what they're doing. They're just going, well, everybody says I'm supposed to be special, so I want to be I want to be trouble, know. And
you know what? Go be special, Cupcake. Just everybody doesn't have to agree with you.
Exactly. We don't. If you want to feel like you're a unicorn with rhino skin, be my guest. But don't expect me to have to play along with your delusion.
Exactly.
No, I don't care to play pretend with someone who, one, probably doesn't even know what their original hair color is. Two, I kind of give you a hint on something. I'm not going to buy anything you say if you have funky colored hair as it is, especially blue-green. What is up with blue-green and feminists? Well, I actually understand. Feminists, y'all do know what feminism is, actually, right?
No. I mean, yeah, I probably do, but not right.
Okay, feminism, if you ask a feminist, what's feminism about? They will usually say something to the lines of, we want equal rights. And the reason why they only say it that way is because they can't, if they said the whole line, they would lose 90% of the women. And what it is they want equal rights for ugly women. If ugly women, they want equal rights for ugly women.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, look at who marries the really hot rich guys. Beautiful women, right?
No, yeah, well, yeah, but
90% of the time. I mean, there's some that
right.
they actually go after the girl's personality and so they get a girl who's kind of more homely looking. But at the same time, who do you, when you're looking at women who are on television, who have the big paying jobs on television? Katie Couric, pretty decent on the eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
The other major news anchors, pretty decent on the eyes, right?
Yeah. There. Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to have Zorgon the Destroyer as a news anchor.
Well, yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
So this is a equal rights for ugly women. The ugly women want to have access to the wealthy men. The ugly women want to have access to the glamorous jobs. And to do that, they have to first get everybody okay with looking at a beautiful woman going, yeah, you're too good looking. And the good looking women have sadly fallen in with this because they don't tell the whole story. And so they're going, yeah, we're feminists too. We want equal rights. Well, sorry, but they're the ugly women's the women with short blue hair and 10,000, it's got a strong enough neck because they've got at least 5 pounds of piercings on their face.
Right.
It's kind of like on on Pulp Fiction with John Travolta's character. Is that the one that's got all the shit on her face? And Eric Stoltz, the character's like, man, that's my wife. Oh shit, sorry. but
yeah, no, but see, that's the thing, it's like, well, do you, boo, is my motto.
Yeah.
If you want 5 or 10 pounds of piercings on your face and on your body and all tatted up from head to toe, rock on, go for it. I give no damn. But
again, don't expect everybody else to accept it.
Exactly right there, because everything you do has consequences, and every choice you make has consequences. And if you made that choice, you have to accept the consequences that come with it. So if you don't get that rich hot guy as a husband, and you get, Fat Albert or something, hey, make the best of it.
Right.
And but if you don't like it, stay single then.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, what a lot of them don't realize is, and they're trying to destroy what the definition of what beauty is. They're trying to change beauty so that, again, like the games, you've got they're throwing a fit about Stellar Blade because Stellar Blade has a hot chick in it. And she fights, and she's a badass, and she
but okay,
great.
hold on.
While the other
beauty
games
is different
that are
for
created
everybody,
by,
though.
Huh?
Beauty is different for everybody, though.
Oh
because,
no, I agree with that.
I mean,
but at the same time, we still have an idea of what beauty is. Why do you think they're now trying to get men into beauty pageants?
What?
Because men are pretty freaking ugly.
Again.
Yeah, there are men in Miss Universe pageant.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wow.
See here. Men.
And talking about the pretty and so on like that. Pretty is only skin deep, right? But ugly goes to the bone.
Right.
My ugly goes to the bone marrow.
Yeah, there we go. Miss Universe 2023 crowns R. Boney Gabriel crowns first transgender winner of Miss Netherlands.
That's just
Now
rude.
tell me, which one do you think is the man and which one's the woman?
I don't know. You got a picture up?
Yeah, yeah. Look in the screen. It's the tall blonde, I think.
The tall blonde
Exactly.
is the
Yeah,
guy.
the one that's uglier in sin. Exactly.
Yeah, the
Trying
one that
real
has-
hard to look feminine, but can't.
Right, the one that has an Adam's apple.
The one that has an Adam's apple, the
Well,
one that
yeah.
has men's facial features.
Yeah,
But see, that's the thing though, because I've known people, skinny guys, real short, skinny guys that love large women. And that is fine.
Oh, yeah.
That is great. I am all for that. If
More cushion for the pushing. By gosh, if you're all skin and bones, that's great. But at the same time, we all have but as a general rule, we do know what is beautiful.
we've been brainwashed into thinking what is beautiful, Brian.
No. We
Yes, we have.
instinctually know what is beautiful.
Well, I mean,
Now the standard, what society has as standards, kind of changes, except for the fact that you've got the hourglass figure is always there. It may not be 36, 24, 36. It may be 48,
only if she's
36, 48.
5'3".
Well,
Sorry.
but at the
Sorry, I
same
had
time,
to throw that in.
but I mean, even if you look at the in the Middle Ages, and all those women, they were kind of plump, they were kind of chunky, but they weren't freaking dudes.
Well, no, you're right. You do have a point.
We had
They weren't
beauty
dudes.
standards. These days, we look at why do all of us guys look at Sports Illustrated? Because they're Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. We look at that because we want to see hot chicks in wet t-shirts, essentially. The key word being hot chicks. And yes, I say hot chicks on purpose because I know that pisses feminists off. I love tweaking their nose. So
Yeah, I haven't looked at a Sports Illustrated now for.
I haven't either, because if I'm thinking right, they've also had a transgender on their last cover.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, no, it's ESPN that owns Sports Illustrated, and ESPN is owned by Disney. I think that's who it is. I think that's who owns Sports Illustrated.
I think you're right.
No, I'm second guessing that now. But anyhow, but yeah, they wokeism. Actually, I think they had a dude on Sports Illustrated cover. I think it might have been in 2022 or maybe 2023. Anyhow, they already decided to do the uproar of having a dude on there. But I mean, you look at anything that's done well. There's a good reason why the phrase is "go woke, go broke," because one, nobody cares to have that crap shoved down their throat. Two, we know deep down in our core, even if you are most liberal of liberals, you know deep down in your core that's a line of hooey. You're just trying to swallow it because it makes you look in. It's in the know. It's kind of like in the 80s, the end disease at that time was being lactose intolerant. In the 90s, it was peanut butter. In the 2000s, it was other nut allergies. 2010 was anxiety disorder. And the 2000s, it's kind of a combination of. There's a couple of them duking it out right now. It's one's gender dysphoria, and the other is narcissism. And there's a couple others that I've seen. They poke their head up for a second and go, "Never mind, I'm out of here," and they get dismissed. But no, and they're fads. They're just fad diseases to make you feel like you're in on the crowd, but at the same time, it's just like, geez, no.
Right. Yeah, no, that is, yeah. See, and this is a shit that just irks me off a lot of times. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yep. I wanted to turn. so
Well,
we don't have to look at his face anymore.
well, uh, uh, yeah, Ron or Brian, when you brought that up, for some reason, my Zoom dropped out and came back. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
Yeah, it had to be something on my end. I don't know what, but yeah, because my Zoom shut down and came right back up. Because at first, when you said, "Can you see my screen?" and Ron's like, "Yeah, I can see it," and I'm thinking, uh, guys, I can hear you, but I don't. I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm
Hey, you were
losing
still
y'all.
up. I
Really?
still saw you and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow, I couldn't see nothing over here, and then it went down and back up, and here I am.
So, but no, this it's just it's interesting how, again, it's a lot of it is starting out in the grade school areas where they're talking to first graders about a certain things, but I still am. I'm almost, well, not almost, I am in the same line of thought that a lot of people uh think that the woke that's happening in the schools is more for the pervs and not gay people, as how we used to refer to them as being pervy, because that it's not that. It's the guys who are who get their rocks off talking to little kids about sex. That's closer to they really what I think a lot of what the quote unquote woke stuff is about in school. Because I mean, they throw a big fit about the fact that we were the more sane adults were trying to get these very sexually explicit books, and there's books in the library that have some explicit scenes in them.
Right.
But I mean, when you have drawings, when they're picture books, essentially, of guys, playing with themselves, guys slurping on each other's linguine, and and doing other assorted items like that.
Yeah.
That's
See.
where I go, yeah, sorry, dude. No, I know you're getting your rocks off, thinking that you can talk sex to a 7-year-old, and you think that's that gets you all hot and bothered. But that's the reason why us parents throw a fit about it. That's why we want to just take you, throw you out in the middle of nowhere and let you try to figure out how to get home.
But see again, the school administrators are freaking allowing it.
Oh yeah,
The,
no, and well, there's a lot of them that are. There's a lot that are not, but and a lot of them, like here in Oklahoma, a lot of you talk to the teacher unions, and the teacher unions hate Ryan Walters, who is our state superintendent for Oklahoma.
okay.
And he has made huge steps denying woke ideology being able to be taught in school.
Okay. Well, cool.
And they screech and holler and whine and cry and bitch, moan and groan and throw little temper tantrums over the fact that they can't do what they want to do. And you will see these teachers from time to time going, well, I know what Ryan Walters claims, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop. And then all of a sudden, and you'll see them, celebrating and showing their school, their classroom on TikTok. And then 3 days later, after the parents and the folks on the internet go, I know who that is. I know that they're over in such school over in so-and-so Oklahoma. And then next thing you know, 4 days later, they're getting fired. Now they're standing around going, oh, it's not
Well, good. But
exactly.
right. But hold it. That's just one state. We've got 49 others.
Yeah. And
and
Florida's doing a
mean,
pretty damn good job of it. Texas, there's places in Texas that are doing good, and there's places in Texas that
Right.
and roof is a lot of Austin, a lot of Dallas, a lot of Houston. San Antonio's get pretty bad.
Yeah, that's where, yeah, okay. A lot of people think, oh, we can't do this. All of these school board people are elected.
Yeah.
They're all freaking elected. So yeah, it's very simple today. It's called vote.
Yeah. And that's that a lot of them have done that.
I mean, get
Moms
out
for
and
Liberty.
vote.
Yeah. Moms for Liberty has kicked a lot of, but the problem that you also run into is a lot of these school board, these very woke liberal school board members are funded by Soros money.
Oh, I don't doubt it, but still, I mean, as long as you can get enough people to get on the same page, which I know that's a challenge.
No, yeah.
But
And but the funny thing is their very actions. Yeah. And the very actions that they're doing, especially during when the parents were really throwing a big fit about this, like over in, where is that? Over in Virginia, the main school district that most of the senators' children go to.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it, but I've heard about it.
Is it Broward County?
I think it's Broward.
Broward.
No,
But at the same time, I'm going, no, that's Florida.
Ryan, what was you gonna say?
Yeah,
it starts with an F.
An F?
That name's county starts with an F, if I'm not mistaken.
Fairfax?
no,
Yeah.
no, it's not Fairfax. I think it starts with a B, but let's see here. Let's look here, because it was it's the same school district that actually got the FBI, the Justice Department, to go after the parents, calling them terrorists.
I want to say
Parents are terrorists. So weird. Well, I tell you, this is high quality. AG Paxton sues Biden administration for silencing parents, labeling them as terrorists. This is back in 2022. Oh, that's Ken Paxton again. That's good old state of Texas. And let's see here. Tandem White House.
This here, October 8th, 2021, is saying it was in the Fairfax Times, and that's in Fairfax County, Virginia.
Okay, maybe it is
that the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland was trying to get the FBI against the parents, whom the school board members deemed threatening. And you see, there again, this is where
that's the key. Deemed threatening. What does deemed threatening mean?
Well, they didn't like them, so
so they deemed that a threat through is it a threat to their ideology, or that threat to their physical being? And when did somebody there actually act threatening towards them? I mean, a whole lot of different lines of thought.
Well, they say, they'd say something about, oh, your speech offended me or whatnot. And you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is rampant across the nation. And
words are violence.
Yeah.
No, words are just vibrations shaped by your tongue and mouth. That's all they are.
Yeah.
You think they've got power. Crucio, see if you can cast Crucio curse upon them. All of a sudden, you're not seeing them writhing in pain for some reason. Why is that? Oh, because words don't have power. Now they can carry an effect if you agree with them.
Right.
But that's the key. You have to actually agree with what the person's saying for it to have any effect. You're an ugly bastard. Yeah, I'm an ugly bastard. Well, fuck you. How did you know that I'm an ugly bastard? And they're going to get mad because deep down you agree with the words that were cast.
Right.
So that's words don't have power. Words aren't violent.
Yeah,
You take the word, you take that vibration and you interpret it to mean something in particular.
Well, true, but you see, this is the way all of us were raised, and this is why a lot of the people out here can't handle a lot of this stuff, because they don't know how to process. They think the way they were raised is the way life should be,
Right.
and it doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if you're 85 or 15. Oh, my mommy and daddy raised me this way. This is the only way I can be. No, there's a whole world out there. You just
exactly.
have to open your mind, and that's the hardest job right there, is trying to get your mind in sync with where you want to go, because believe me, your mind wants to go elsewhere. I promise you.
Yeah. Now,
So,
let's go ahead and let's change over to a new topic. Still in the same field. We're still talking schools, but we're going to talk about Gen Z's moment in the sun. Their Iwo Jima, the moment that came about thanks to all of the communist rat bastards that are going to school these days. Growing up, being taught how to hate the USA, how to hate what they stand for. But in the midst of all that vitriol, hate, piss, vinegar, multicolored confusion, gender confusion that they have, there is a group of fraternity brothers
Pi Kappa Phi.
from the Pi Kappa Phi, and they decided to stand up and protect the U.S. flag. So Rich, you got a little bit of information on that. And what we'll do is I'll let you talk about it, and then I'm going to read their GoFundMe page, which is just amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's it's actually gone up almost $20,000 since we started our conversation at 7.
That is awesome.
Just saying. But yeah, no. Now basically what it is University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
What was that, Ron?
No, yeah, Chapel Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, they well, they've been protesting now for the past couple of weeks, and basically it's all the woke liberal kids that believe Palestine, the whole Israel Palestine thing is just, freaking atrocious. It's like, I'm sorry, but there's been other wars and skirmishes that are worse. But I digress on that. But the students here took down the American flag and put up the Palestinian flag, because these Americans, I didn't know my phone was going to do that, but these American
good
kids,
timing though. It's like,
right?
Hey, that's not cool. Don't do that.
It's actually pretty cool. But no, honestly, these
time.
These freaking kids, American kids, are so in love, they think, with Palestine, and they think, oh, we need to save Palestine, and they took the American flag down and put the Palestinian flag up, and the dean of Chapel Hill said, oh, hell no. He went out, took the flag down, and put the American flag back up. Well, apparently these kids didn't get the hint. These woke liberal kids didn't get the hint, and they come and took it down again and put the Palestinian flag up. Well, the dean came back out, took it down, and the second time when he put it up, the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity got up under it, made sure the flag would not touch the ground, and just stood there smiling at all these woke liberal kids when they were
rat commie
diplots.
bastards. That's what they are.
when they were throwing rocks and hurling insults. It's funny. They want to save Palestine and all like this, but and these brothers of this fraternity was defending the American flag, and yet these people were hating on them. It's like I don't get it, But yeah, and so they started a GoFundMe page, and they say John. It says John Noonan uh, organized a fundraiser on behalf of Susan Ralston for the GoFundMe.
Yep. And what they put in there was absolutely epic. And I wish I had someone humming "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah" in the background, because this works so well, having someone going, but because, and have someone with the drums, softly playing, because it reads like this: "Commie losers across the country have invaded college campuses to make dumb demands of weak university administrators. But amidst the chaos, the screaming, the anti-Semitism, the hatred of faith and flags, stood a platoon of American heroes, armed in vineyard vines in Patagonia, fueled by Zen and White Claws. These triumphant Bohemians protected Old Glory from the unwashed Marxist horde, laughing at their shrieks and wails, and shielded the stars and stripes from Soviet missiles. These boys, no men of the UNC Chapel Hill Pi Kappa Phi, gave the best to America, and now they deserve the best. So help raise funds to throw this frat the party they deserve, a party worth the Boatshoed Broleteriat, who did their country proud." And so, and I would like I said, I would love if we could find maybe post-production in there, find someone just humming the "Glory, Glory," or just playing the drums and just some music of the "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah."
Okay.
Done, so because every time I read through that, what I'm hearing is just so but I mean, that's just great that these guys were willing to stand up, and that's going to be our that's our show title. The Boatshoed Broletariat. I love that phrase. The Boatshoed Broletariat.
How do you spell that?
BROLETERIAT.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Spell that second word again.
Okay. It's Bravo, Romeo, Oscar, Lima, Echo, Tango, Echo, Romeo, India, Alpha, Tango.
Thank you. Say perfect copy. I can't do it any other way. If you spell something to me, do
phonetically,
right.
please.
Yes, please, because for something, my brain has a hard time. If you spell it out, it's
not the phonetic alphabet,
right? If it's not phonetic,
it ain't nothing.
No, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was perfect copy. I love that.
And here's my take on it.
Okay.
If they want the Palestinian flag to fly, they are more than invited to move to Palestine, join their military, and fight.
But that would not help change the U.S. into a very pro-Palestinian environment. They're wanting to change America. They don't give a shit about Palestine itself. They're not. That's not their end goal. Well, they don't care about that. They don't even want to fight. It's kind of like, again, to harken back to the video games.
They want all of us to bend down and kiss Hamas's ass.
they want to change us to their line of thinking. But and because like I said, to harken back to the games, you have people like I was kind of briefly was mentioning it. Warhammer 40K is a tabletop role-playing game, and they're known for having these massive, I can say massive, and then I'm fixing to say miniatures. They got little miniature armies that you can make, that you can sit there and paint. That's part of the fun of it, is you can paint these little miniatures and make these massive armies that you pit against other people. And the company that owns Warhammer 40K is Games Workshop, and they're fixing to through Amazon do a television series, which is going to turn out being probably just as freaking bad as the Rings of Power was. What was the other? Well, the Fallout is they kind of pulled back a bit on the wokeism on Fallout, but at the same time, Fallout's main character again was not somebody who they would have send out into the wastelands, which was a girl. So they completely
actually I've
changed.
got Fallout 4 on my PS5.
Yeah. Fallout 4. I mean, that game you'll be playing that for 3 hours or 300 hours easily. But
I don't doubt it.
But it's the game itself, you've got all the aspects and the lore about Fallout, and they changed some of the lore. Well, they changed the lore on Warhammer 40K also, to where one of the there's a faction that is called what is it? The Adept Custodians. And essentially the way that it started out being is it was an all handpicked, all male group that protected the God King, the Emperor of Mankind is I think what they called it. I don't play Warhammer, but I've just heard a couple of people who are really passionate about it get in, because Henry Cavill was talking about being in this Warhammer 40K series because he got tired of the woke bullshit. Superman, Man of Steel Superman.
I thought that was Christopher Reeves.
No, that's Superman. That's 1980. This is the 2000 something. Henry Cavill, good dude. He's a super nerd. He plays. He's a super nerd, but he's a movie star also.
I mean Superman. I mean the last Superman I knew was Christopher Reeves. Okay.
Now they because you had Dean Cain from Smallville.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dean and then Cain, after him, the latest Superman they came out with, which actually had General Zod and all them, all the bad guys from the original Superman. They restarted them out like that. So they had who was Kal-El? Crow.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah, thank you. I kept trying to say Cameron Crowe. I'm like, no, who said the fuck's Cameron Crowe? But yeah, Russell Crowe was Superman's dad. And then Superman, they have Superman come down, and they had General Zod and all of them. They all came down and they were fighting and all that. But Henry Cavill was the Superman. He was also the guy who played Geralt in The Witcher. If you watch the Witcher series on oh, come on, man. There's some good looking boobies on the Witcher series on Netflix.
I've never heard of The Witcher. So I have missed out on the boobies.
I am standing out in the middle of nowhere, screaming into the nothing. All the awesome. Wow. Anyhow, Netflix, go look up, watch the first season. First season was good. Second season, I didn't watch the third season. Because again, they just kept going worse and worse and worse. And Henry Cavill was like going, dude, this has gotten stupid. Because The Witcher Gerald, or Geralt, not Gerald, Geralt was is this superhuman monster hunter. It was the best way to call it. He is essentially a mutant who is, or a mutated human who goes out and is able to fight ghosts and Leshens and all these other mythical monsters out there. And he uses a combination of magic and special swords and things like that. But he's a badass dude. He's based on I think a Swedish author's set of stories, and he's got like 5, 6 books out. He's got several books out, but they've also got several video games out about The Witcher. There's The Witcher, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3 is the one that you can actually play these days on PlayStation 5, which is called The Wild Hunt. And it's a very good game, very good. They done by the same people who did Cyberpunk 2077, and pretty much had the same line of problems too. They started out, it was just a flaming turd,
right?
And they worked on it and worked on it and worked on it and polished that turd up until it became a really wonderful game. So you can actually polish a turd. So, but anyhow,
I am so glad. I am so glad to know that.
Yes,
because I've tried for years and it's never worked.
Yeah, I've tried too, and I just get really smelly fingers. It's terrible. So,
I've polished jump boots. I've polished a rock, but I have never attempted to polish a turd.
It helps if you spray paint it gold first, just to let you know. Because we have had one of the joke awards we used to give out in school was the golden cow pie, and it was, we'd go out to some farmer's pasture and find a dried up cow turd, and they would take it home, spray paint the shit out. Well, we spray paint the shit and until it was just bright and shiny and stuff, and we would glue it to a board, and we decorated it up, and it was the Golden Turd Award. So
wow.
Hey,
at least at least we knew how to have fun back in the day.
Hell yeah, we did. It was proper to take the piss out of each other from time to time,
right?
So I mean, I went to school, and you still were able to have initiations for the freshmen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a big thing, but the seniors would come by and pick up all the freshmen, and then proceed to completely humiliate them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no.
So, and it was something where the whole town would get to go out and get and partake in it.
Oh, wow.
And the seniors would sit around. There was one little point where it got a little carried away. They decided to have the freshmen. It was supposed to be mud wrestling, except it was mud wrestling and hog shit. And so, yeah. And so after that, when parents were like, "All right, we're going to calm this way the fuck down."
That's the thing. Mud wrestling, okay, but not shit or
it was all hog shit. So
no, that's just rough. I don't care who you are. That's just rough.
But that was proper initiations, though.
Hang on, Ron.
Right.
Ron,
Ron. Go ahead, Ron.
Proper initiation. It was all for the fun of the event. Nobody was getting harassed. Nobody was getting demoralized. It was out to have a fun time. It was just a rite of passage.
Yeah, that's the key word right there. And I think that is something all young men actually need to have and do not have enough of these days, is an actual rite of passage. They need to be taken out, be tested, because, and I mean, everybody, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, sometimes it gets carried away, and that's when it gets to be a problem. But at the same time, us men have to test the newcomers to go, can we trust your ass? Are you going to bail on us when the time gets tough? Or are you going to stick there and stand beside us through thick and thin? If you can handle the guff, if you can handle the smack talk, if you can handle the shillelaghs across your ass a couple times, welcome to the club. You're going to be a brother in arms for the rest of your life.
Well, and
exactly.
This is why us vets get along with each other so well.
Exactly. I mean, hell, the Navy had an initiation. I went through an initiation to become a shellback, which is when you cross the equator.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ceremony. It's called Wog Day that day, and then you go through essentially it's an obstacle course. Eventually you have to take a cherry out of the fattest guy on deck's belly button. And there's a lot of humiliation, but at the same time, at the end, you get to be able to say, I am a shellback. Or in my case, I got the honor of saying I am a golden shellback because I crossed at the international date line and the equator.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay.
So there's even fewer of the diamond shellbacks because you have to go out of your way to go to 0 degrees latitude, 0 degrees longitude. That makes you a diamond shellback, and there's even fewer of those. But yeah, we got a golden shellback, and it was. Now they don't do it as hard as what they used to. They used to actually go off and soak fire hoses in salt water and really build up the crust on it. And those were the shillelaghs they would whoop you with.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, they don't do that anymore, and you don't actually have to crawl on your hands and knees on the non-skid anymore, which is, thank God. I still got a little scar right here on the bottom of my hand from non-skid whenever I just tripped over the binding chains that held the planes in place in the hangar bay. So
oh, that's man.
Oh yeah, no, that shit was mean.
But yeah, no, I agree. But you see, that's the thing. A lot of people, they freaking graduate high school or college and they expect to be seen as a fully fledged well-rounded person, and it's like, dude or dudette, you're just getting started.
You haven't proven your mettle yet.
Right. Yeah, you have to earn that right.
Oh yeah, no, most of these kids nowadays, they freaking demand it. And this is why they're rioting at these colleges, because they're not getting recognized
their way.
Yeah. They're just basically throwing a temper tantrum on the floor.
Yeah. And that's there. I've had several TikTok spats with folks who are like there was one where there's a fairly, she looked like she's probably 23, 24, fairly young gal who had gone through and earned 2 degrees. And she was complaining about the fact that she cannot get a job that pays her $100,000. And it's like, no shit, you not, because you've just got degrees, you've got pieces of paper. That paper doesn't mean shit. That paper does not just means that you went off and you talked the government into backing your dumbass move for spending $200,000.
Yep.
And you're the dumbass who thought, hey, I can get 2 degrees on God only knows what it is.
Well, and that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Have 4 degrees. I give no damn. But if you have no experience,
You're
You don't
still
know
starting out at
shit.
$30,000.
Right? You
Yep.
don't
I
know
mean, that's
shit.
starting out a lot more than what I started out at. I didn't
Okay.
make $30,000 until I was 35.
Right.
And which one in the long run is going to pay you more money? Well, not more money. It might. Having two college degrees, or have gone through the school of hard knocks.
Well, it really, again, it depends. If this girl got either one of her degrees was one that allowed her to become licensed and it had a skill that came from it. So like an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer, then
Right.
yeah, she still got to work her way up to 100 grand and she'll make more than, truck driver dude who didn't go to college. Me, you still, she's going to make more in that way. But if she went in for women's studies and puppetry, no, you ain't going to get paid $30,000 at the height.
Okay, but
She
but
had to learn. She's going to learn through the school of hard knocks that women's gender studies is a worthless degree. I just spent $150,000 on shit.
right,
Yeah.
but the thing is, what's the big deal about earning $100,000?
Because these days, well, you've seen the housing market. You're trying to find a house down in Mississippi. One
Right.
and it's no dig on the state, but at the same time, it is one of the most impoverished states in the union.
Yes, it is.
And so you would think the cost of housing there would be a lot cheaper than it is. But no, you still are having to buy a house. You're still shelling out six figures.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I do have a line on one that's only 5 figures.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
High 5 figures, I'm sure.
Yeah. High 5 figures, but hey, it's 5 figures. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in Texas, my wife is looking for houses down around the Hamilton area. We're finding $100,000 single wide trailer houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a freaking trailer house. I mean, come on, you could buy the damn thing for under $100,000, and the rest of it would be moving it to the damn property.
Right.
It's like, Jesus, it's not even a double wide. Come on, it's not modular homes.
Oh,
You're
shoot.
buying the house and you're paying $100,000 and you're instantly you've lost half your value.
Oh yeah.
Trailer houses are like cars. They lose their value as time goes on.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
trailer houses have a car title. Believe it or not, they
Do they really?
Yes.
That would make sense since they have wheels. Yeah.
My mom had one years ago, and yeah, sure as shit. It has a car.
So every year
title.
you have to register your house, or you get a black tag on it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know how it worked because I never owned one, but yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, they have a car title and not a house title or mortgage or deed or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, I get it. And we found some that are we found some areas that are a little bit cheaper, but they're, you have to make $100,000 these days just to be able to buy a house.
Well, you see, Brian, actually, you don't, because you can use the VA home loan benefit.
But to still be able to pay it off in 30 years, that payback, that amount of money, it's going to be $2,000 a month.
No,
well,
I was raised with the rule of thumb. Your house does not take up more than 25% of your take home pay.
Right. I get it. No, I know I get it. And that's fine. But check this out. I just got approved for $150,000, right?
Right.
Payments on that's only $1,200 a month.
And my house is house payment, which is, I mean, I'll take I'm a fucking moron, but I've got an adjustable rate. I've got an arm. on
Oh
mine.
no.
Yeah. So it's gone up. It's been going up, but at the same time, I'm still only paying 600 grand or 600 grand, 600,000, $600.
600
I'm stuck on the thousands. I keep trying to, because I mean, my house is only $60,000.
Okay.
Of course, I
Well,
did buy it almost 20 years ago. Yeah. We're coming
right.
up on 20 years next year.
Yeah, I would try and pay that off as soon as I can, get out from
Yeah.
or
I would like to, but there's other factors that are keeping that from happening. So
okay. Well, either way, it just that
now, if I
arm
can,
dude-
if I can ever talk any of our esteemed listeners, if y'all want to help me out and y'all would like to improve yourself at the same time, I do have a coaching package that will do you just fine. So but yeah, I'm still trying to get, if I could, and that's my big struggle, is just getting that coaching business going.
right.
Once I can get past the stutter of doing the ask. And I've actually this week, we're still in the week. I came up with a game plan that I am now actually implementing, because if I use what is the prosperous coach method, which is, I'm not so much going up knocking on doors. I'm not cold calling people so much as I am going to them and giving them an offer, or not even an offer. I'm just, because I can do the free. I've got the free down. Because I was able to fill up my free package in just a couple of weeks. It was just boom, yeah, all right, sweet, got 5 people off the bat. I was like, it's awesome. Until I tried to do the $300 one, and I was like, I've been stumbling for the past 2 months.
Right.
So, the prosperous coach method talks about contact. Connect with the person, do that over and over. Just keep connecting with them. And eventually, not even eventually, like the third connection, you make an ask. So what I've started doing is I've started just saying, hey, I am out to do 50 coaching sessions. If you would like to have one, hit me up. We'll do an hour-long coaching, and that's all there is. And if you want to have another one, we'll set that up at a later date. That kind of a rough area of what I'm saying. There's a good bit more. I've got a little sales deal that I kind of scraped together.
Right.
And so what I'm doing is I'm just starting at the A's on my Facebook group or Facebook page, and my friends, starting with the A's, and just boom, boom, trying to send out at least 2 a night. I can send out more, but right now I'm just doing 2, just so that I can say I've done that.
Right.
So I've done it. I've sent out 4. I haven't gotten the nights yet, but I've done 4. So we're going to see how this works. See if I can get some extra coaching going in, possibly fill up my Tuesdays and maybe what's left of Saturdays, and maybe do some on Friday evening. But I really actually don't want to do Friday evenings, because that's typically whenever I kind of like just sitting back, relaxing, and being a vegetable. So
yeah, that is fun.
Yeah. Being a turnip is kind of nice.
Yeah, so, or zucchini.
Zucchinis, yeah. So, but yeah, it's just that's just something that's, I don't even know why that whole topic came up, but yeah, it did. I guess just because that's been the big been stuck in my craw in the room for a while. Yeah. But yeah, it's something that needs to be done, and yeah. So, but anyhow, yeah. Cool. Y'all guys want to help? Just reach out to me, circlecast@gmail.com.
Right.
I'll get you. So, so what else y'all got? Y'all got anything on y'all's line?
Trying to think. hang on. What's next week? Let me look. See, I've actually my weeks have actually picked up now because I've started taking a CW class or a Morse code class.
Oh, okay, okay. I was
So
thinking CW as a television channel. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
really?
network, yeah.
They do classes, and what is it? How do you do Smallville or?
right now it's no, it's Morse code
Okay,
and everything like that. So yeah, on Fridays or Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 o'clock, uh, they use Jitsi. They don't use Zoom. Uh,
okay,
but yeah, I've got that, and then Wednesday, of course, we have our vet call, and then Thursdays, uh, we do this. So
hmm
so yeah, Tuesday through Friday, I'm like busy, and then
yeah,
well, Garrett, I mean, we talk, whenever, but it's not always every week or all the time. So,
right,
which is fine. But so yeah, I mean, now if these solar storms and stuff like this, if these will quiet back down, because it seems like we've been having some solar storms now for the last couple of weeks, and yeah, I mean,
right.
it really tears up all kinds of communications. I mean, yeah, it'll freaking tank them just like that. But
Ha.
if those will ease up for a while and everything, then yeah, talking around the world will be just like we're sitting right here talking.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of fun because especially if you get like Greece or Italy, you know, or in fact, Ukraine. Believe it or not, there's hams still going in Ukraine.
In Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps the Italians. You can says Salve, io sono di Pascagoula. So I was trying to think of the name of your damn town. I was like, oh no, it's not actually Pascagoula, but it's sure enough, it's close enough to Pascagoula. So
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how how you would say gaucher in Italian.
Gaucher, say it with an Italian. Because I've been doing on Duolingo. The thing I found out, if you're struggling with saying, because they have times little tests where you try to say the word,
Mm-hmm.
and if you try to just say the word, you're gonna. A lot of times it says no, no, try again, or it won't recognize it unless you say it with an Italian accent. So
Really?
just Mario it up, and
Break
it
out the
works
Mario
every time.
kart and
So
hit the
it's
gas pedal.
salve. It's salve. Io sono de Philadelphia. Io sono de Canuta. It is, you go through and you say it with an Italian accent, and Duolingo's like going, yeah, you did good. So so which is fun because it's like, okay, so if you want to actually learn how to speak Mexican,
Right.
say it with a Mexican accent. Say, instead of just saying hola, you know, you say hola. You would go through and actually
Hola.
it and say it like with a Mexican accent, and you'll be a lot closer than us gringos speaking normally.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, it makes sense in a very odd way. At least to me, it does. It's just like,
Well,
well,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
I mean, okay, because then honestly, if you think about it, it's like, if you talk, well then, well, like Greeks, what if you want to learn Greek or
yeah.
whatnot? I
Then you would
mean,
say it with a Greek accent.
I don't know. I've only talked to a couple Greeks in
Right,
in my
right.
lifetime.
Well,
Or Russian.
listen to My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and listen to how Gus talks.
Okay.
And this is Nikki, Nicholas, Nikolai, Nikki, Nick, and I am Gus.
Oh
First one was
wow.
amazing movie. Second one, okay, it could have been better, and I can't believe they actually decided to do a third one. So, so
they just seem to keep rehashing, and instead of using their minds and thinking of something good, they just keep rehashing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
And the funny thing is they, even if they try to reuse the IP, they kill it,
Yeah.
which is sad. It's like, come on, folks. I know it's scary to put your own idea out there. You might actually get booed at if you put your own idea, your own story out there. But those times those people put their own stories out there, people are just like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing story. Who would have thought that, And it's like,
Yeah.
that's one reason why I play video games now, is not so much as I am a video game nerd. I do like playing video games, but I play Red Dead Redemption 2. I play the Cyberpunk 2077. I play all of those for the very fact that they have an incredible story. The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, great story. Yeah, you got a lot of little extra side missions that are going on, which are just little side stories, little side note of the time that Geralt went off and was trying to defeat the Leshen. Okay, you got your ass kicked 47 times before you finally got it killed, but you get it. And that's just they're great stories. You play Cyberpunk 2077. One of the side stories is Skippy the AI powered gun, and it's an amazing little side story. You get to learn more. There's not ever, and the lessons you learn from it are often very ambiguous. There's never a real true happy ending if you get to really digging into it, because you'll find little shards of other stories scattered throughout Night City.
Right.
And you start coming across, this one person who's a hacker, a big known hacker in Night City. You kind of follow through and you pick up more and more shards of their story. You come to find out, yeah, super hacker dude got fried by Night Watch over at or by Net Watch by someone, and now you get to go figure out where they're at and pick up all their stuff, and you got a little more. And it's a fascinating. You got all these little stories that all connect together, to form this whole giant story that is Night City and Cyberpunk.
Well,
And
see, that's the thing. People, like you said before, people are afraid that their idea will get shot down. And see, I used to be like this, and still am to some degree here and there. But not everybody's going to hate your idea.
No.
And all these people that you say will hate your idea, they don't matter.
Right.
Because they don't control what you do and how you live. So, you know, it's just like, put your idea out there. Yeah, it could stink to high heaven, or it could be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you often, you're hearing a lot of people these days saying that the human attention span is less than the goldfish. It's something like 3 seconds long or something like that.
I can believe that.
No, actually, it's not.
Really?
It's just that we have become very good at discerning that's a bunch of bullshit story. I don't want to waste my time watching that. And so a lot of people don't stand around and watch because they're going, oh, that's crap. That's stupid. I've seen that 75 times already on TikTok. I don't care to watch that again. And so they jump off. They get bored with it because there's no novelty to it. And so, yeah,
okay.
I'm one of those. Because look at this. What are we doing? We're doing a freaking 3-hour show.
Right.
You are not, and granted, we're nowhere near Joe Rogan-esque. We can't, we're not, I don't even want to try to put myself in Joe Rogan or Adam Curry department, because I know we're nowhere near that.
Right.
I mean, we've got, what do we have? So far, we know that whenever we put out a show, we get 8 listeners?
Yeah.
So we've got at least
6 or 8.
We got, I think there's 8. One of them's you and one of them's me.
Right.
So technically we've got 6 other people who, for whatever reason, have decided, hey, I want to listen to these guys again. And it was like, okay, well, all right. So amazingly, we've already got 6 people. Let's see if we can get up to more. But
Well,
you know,
actually, before we jumped on, I checked and we were up this morning. We were at like 61 downloads. We're up to
uh-huh.
68,
So yeah, so
and
we've
that
got
was
some they're discovering us somewhere,
yeah.
and I wish that I need to look and see if there's a way that we can put at least Google Analytics on the onto our site, so we can at least start trying to figure out who's talking about us.
Right.
You know, is it Slate going, my gosh, we've got some of the worst entertainers out there. They're just talking about all sorts of offensive stuff. Because there's got to be somebody who's kind of talking about us or mentioning us, because I don't think my Facebook page is or my Facebook profile is getting that much reach. I don't know. Are you putting it out on your Facebook page there, Rich?
No, I don't freaking do much on my Facebook page.
Okay.
So
how about you, Ron? Have you put it out on your Facebook page? Oh, Ron fell asleep. I talked too much again. Oh, there he is.
I was gonna say it's 9:30. This is the pre-nap before the bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, pre-nap before bedtime. That's right. Nope, I'm just listening.
Yeah, but are you putting the latest episode on your Facebook page at all?
Like, as far as the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're coming. I get them every week.
Okay, but are you sharing? Are you sharing it? Are you hitting the share button? And
I do not yet.
yeah, we could actually grow a little more if y'all shared it. You don't have to, don't invite your friends to the page unless they want to join the page.
Yeah, no, just share it.
Just share it out. Just share it. Anytime we get a new post up there, just go ahead and hit share and throw it out there and let everyone in your group know. Because I take it and I share it out on the Facebook, Twitter, Threads. I don't share it on Instagram. Haven't shared it on Instagram yet, but I think I'm going to just take the screenshot or take the cover art and share it out on Instagram next week. See, who else do I put it out on?
I do LinkedIn.
I've done Pinterest a couple times. I seem to get a lot of work, a lot of help from Pinterest, which is weird, but it does do a little bit of work. If you can post it up on a group boards, then see here. I don't put any up on LinkedIn just because it's LinkedIn and this is more entertainment than it is, business oriented. But,
right. But the thing is, at the same time, executives have to laugh too.
Well, yeah. But I do throw it up on the Mastodon.social. So I've got on there. I don't share it on Podcast Index Social because that's more about podcasting 2.0 stuff. So right. I don't want to necessarily pip my shit there, but do pip it over onto the other one. So it is there. So Vero's another one that I've social media site that I just dump my stuff on. Vero. And Vero, Vero.
Okay, what is that?
It was wanting to be an Instagram competitor, okay. And it came out like 2016-ish. And I mean, it's actually real pretty and stuff. It's got more of a dark background and stuff. So it's not like one of those that could go white or black. It's just always a dark background. And it's Instagram with more options. So instead of just a picture, you can throw links up. You can You can do
Oh,
audio and video and things like that. So it's neat, but at the same time, not very many people are on it. So,
Oh, okay.
but so yeah, those are the main ones I post to. It's from time to time I like to tweak the liberal noses, and there's one called Tribal, which is very, very, very liberal oriented. And so I'll throw something up there just from time to time, just to watch the liberals' hair catch on fire. So,
Well, actually, I could make a zap and have the episode uploads like straight to Mastodon or to some of these other sites.
yeah, I mean, you can do if you want to play with Zap. You're more than welcome. I don't.
Yeah, I've got
because I would.
Why?
I just don't. I just don't care to play with Zapier. It's just
Well, see, the thing is, it comes with Pod Home, and there's a
Zapier
free.
does.
Yes, and
Wow.
and because this last episode, when I dropped it, it goes to the Facebook page, it goes to the LinkedIn page automatically. I ain't got to do nothing, and see it. I think here in a couple days. Right now, since I just signed up onto it, I'd say I get the premium, a trial of the premium, but they have a free thing. And
but the free, you're only allowed like 2 or 3 zaps. You're only allowed a very small amount.
No, you can do as many zaps as you want. You where you're limited is the steps. You're only allowed 2 steps.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see, that's where the zaps, you can have 500. Like take it from, take the episode from Pod Home, drop it to Mastodon. Done.
Yeah, the steps is what it is, because I was taking it and taking my blog posts, and I was having to make one step to import all the information, a second step to actually format the information, and then the third step was actually to post it out. And so I was having to go like 1 or 2 steps more than what they would allow on the free. And I was just like, okay, never mind. This is bullshit, because if I throw it up there, it's like the title and not even an image. You don't get the featured image, because that would be like the 4th step. Once the next step, that was too many. So it was just like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So
the episode goes straight to Facebook and LinkedIn right now.
Okay.
So I was like, that's just cool. I had never done that. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot like If This Then That. I think if This Then That was a little more.
Yeah, you see, we didn't really learn that in school. They hadn't started teaching that.
That's the site. There's a site called If This Then That, IFTTT.com, and it was actually it came out before Zapier.
Okay.
And it did pretty much the same thing. I think they've gone pay also, though. At first, it was all free because they thought that they could make $1 million off of smiles somehow. So
yeah.
So, but anyhow,
what?
Oh, I was just saying it's that they were needing. So, but anyhow, that's just how I ended the discussion in a weird way.
Yeah, you did, because I was like, but anyhow, and I'm sitting here waiting on something else, and I was like, I look up, and you're just like,
just smiling, smile like the dumbass I am. So,
whoa.
So, but you did say it was 9:30. What time is it?
It's 9:45
almost. I guess we need to go ahead and start getting this bad boy all wrapped up then.
Probably so.
All right. So guys, I want to say thank y'all very much for all the time that you were able to sit here with us. This show is a value for value podcast. That means that we would like for you to send us your treasure. You can do so by either PayPal, and we've got a link over at our site at Two Grumpy Vets, and that's the letter TWO, grumpyvets.com. You've got options of being able to send PayPal, or we can also, if you have a podcasting 2.0 compliant app, which you can get by going to new podcast apps. I always get that wrong. I know the other one. If you can go to my site at relaxedmail.com/new apps. That's one way. Oh, I know what it was. It's podcasting2.org.
Oh,
and
yes,
you can actually you can go there, and under listeners, you can actually choose a podcasting app. You can go from True Fans to Fountain to just about any other. There's several out there that are great, and what they do is they allow you to be able to send us boosts, and you can interact with us. You can talk with us, and we're fixing to be getting that all set up. We're finally getting through getting our Bitcoin stuff set up so that we can actually implement the boostograms and stuff. So once we get that all set up, then awesome, great, and wonderful. You can actually start sending us boostograms, which are little messages that will be sent directly to us, and we will then be able to reply to them. We could even send a reply to you via boostograms too, or you can send stream Satoshis over to us. And that's one of the main ways. If you're not familiar with Satoshis are, if best way to look at them are they're arcade tokens. All right. They're tokens. You spend some money, you get a bunch of tokens, and you can decide every minute I'm going to give you 1 Satoshi, or every minute I'm going to give you 10 Satoshis. And you can stream your Satoshis like that. Or you can actually boost sats. You can send us, 10,000 sats and be able to, and a message. And that is just a great way of just saying, hey man, thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for all the fun you're sharing. Thank you for everything you're doing. If you can't or aren't able to afford giving us your treasure, that's cool, man. That's all right. We're not, it helps us to be able to pay for hosting and all that. But at the same time, it's not a requirement. If you have a talent, like you are a graphic designer and you would like to design our
episodic
art, our chapter art, or just want to throw up some graphics that we could put onto the post, beautiful. Send them over to us. You can send it over to rchelson at gmail.com, or Circlecast. That's Circlecast, CIRCLECAST at Gmail. We're both at Gmail. Send your work over to either one of us that way, and we will gladly put it up and also give you a split on your Satoshi. So you probably will need to have a Lightning wallet set up somewhere, because essentially what it is we are running off of crypto. It is Bitcoin, but it's off of what's called the Lightning Network. So we're kind of off chain, so the things move a little bit faster and a little bit cheaper.
Right.
But we also, or if you don't have any talent, but you have some time available, maybe you can help us with other places, other things. And all you have to do is jump on and go, hey man, I think it'd be really cool if we had a Facebook group. It's like, sweet man, I'll start up a Facebook group. We'll get everybody all together, and maybe you've got time and you would like to be a moderator. We can turn you into a moderator, and you can help us out in that way. So there's a lot of ways that you can help. It's not just the treasure. What do you find that we've done that is of value? Up to you. No limit. You can, if you think just 1 Satoshi is all we're worth, all right. Or if you want to be a douchebag and say, I don't think you're worth any Satoshis, all right, cool. Well, you can be a douchebag all you want. You can listen for free. It's no skin off my nose. But, at the same time, if you decide somewhere down the road you want to stop being a douchebag and you want to start contributing to the show, Awesome, man. We'll welcome you into the fold even again. We're working on coming up with ways that we can recognize those who want to contribute to us in as many ways as possible. We're working on that. We're not there yet, but as those features and those options come about, love to be able to share it with you guys. So we proudly will share them with you. And so, guys, with that, I want to say thanks. Rich, you have any last words you want to give to the guys, gals that are out there on the show?
I want to thank the people that keep listening every week. This will be our 4th episode, and we already have 6 downloads every Monday, and I'm very thankful for it. Or 8 downloads, because 2 of them are us. So yeah, I just want to say thanks, Sarah, and yeah, I can't wait to get this podcast 2.0 stuff going. And like Brian said, if y'all have any talent or any treasure can help out in any way, reach out to archelson@gmail.com or circlecast@gmail.com, and we would definitely love to get to know you and work together and make this show even better.
Absolutely. All right, so dude, what are your parting words of knowledge?
And the dude's parting word of knowledge is, as all of us being veterans, if you know of a veteran or you're friends with a veteran that is struggling and having a real hard time, talk to know them. Ask them to open up of what is going on in their life. We have right now roughly 22 a day veterans that take their own because they don't feel that, 1, they have any worth, and 2, they don't have anybody to talk to. If you have a veteran that is struggling, please reach out to them for a buddy check. Say, hey, how you doing? And get to know. And that may be one of the 22 that get saved. Because, yes, life right now is
and we now know that it is really close to 10 o'clock because dude, love you terribly, but boy, it's your phone has an alarm clock that is like no other. It starts cutting you out at 10, right at 10, right around 10. All of a sudden, you start creeping in with the cellular Chinese. So,
all right, well, check on your vets.
Absolutely. That is the epitome of what he was saying. So yes, guys,
that's exactly what he was saying.
Check on your vets. Let them know. And hey, I've mentioned it on the other ones. I'll mention it again here. If you are a veteran and you would like to be a part of a community that a close knit community of other veterans, reach out to me. Circlecast at circlecast@gmail.com. And just say, hey, I would like to. I'm available every Wednesday from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Those 2 hours are veterans' times to talk, and everybody that wants to come on, I'll send you a Zoom link, and jump on and you say hi. Might be catching everybody talking about Jeeps or video games or the sad state of the world, or we might be talking about veterans benefits. I mean, it just depends on what the topic is. You get that'll get Rich's juices flowing every time you say, hey, how do I get my veteran benefits up?
Right.
All of a sudden you got Rich all excited. He'll come and he'll find every way possible to help you out. So
right.
So guys, with that, I'll go ahead and don't hit the top of the refrigerator because you get weird noises. So so guys, anyhow, with that, I want to say thank y'all very much for listening. We're going to go ahead and call this show done, and we will see y'all next week. So till then, bye.
Bye.
Dude out.